potatoes. Welcome to another episode of On the Sofa with your girl, me, Lil Sonya. And I have here a very special guest this evening. The Rarest Jewel is on the sofa with us, and she's looking so dolled up and pretty.
Thank
In these
you.
earth tones, I told her when she came in the door, this is definitely your color girlfriend.
Thank
looking
you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Jules, I don't know if you've had a chance to catch us on the sofa before, but I always like to ask my guests before we get started to give me a number no greater than your current age.
No greater?
No greater than your current age.
So it could be anything.
Anything before your current
I'm
age.
going to pick 3.
3?
Yes.
Let's see how this go, y'all. All right. So now, Jewel, tell us how 3-year-old Jewel
Okay.
plays into the Jewel that's sitting on the sofa with us today.
Well, 3-year-old me loved being in front of the camera. I guess my sister was just born, so I was newly not an only kid anymore, dealing with that. Kind of jealous that there's a new baby there. And I was just always trying to get my mom's attention. So I guess it was still fighting for, attention, still trying to be the main character. But yeah, I had another human being now I had to compete with. So
and now you got a million of them to compete with
exactly,
in this industry.
Exactly.
So 3 years old, what was your first break in front of the camera? Like, what set you off in front of the camera to know that this is what I want to do?
At 3?
Beyond 3.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
so at 3, you was showing out and trying to get attention. But at what point did that attention become familiar to you, where you knew that this was guaranteed what you wanted to do?
In 2019, I got casted as my first background role. Okay. I had never done acting before, never been on a movie set, never been on a TV set, didn't know anything about the industry. It was for a show called Boomerang on BET.
Okay.
I
remember Boomerang.
I had never seen Boomerang the movie, and everybody was like, "Oh, you never seen Boomerang?" I know.
We gonna take a black card.
I actually played that game. And I did pretty good.
I played that game and I love it.
Yes. It was all like Martin questions though. But so I went to Boomerang. I didn't have any knowledge about the original Boomerang. The characters in it, I didn't watch Power at the time, so I didn't know who Tariq was. I don't know who I watch it now. I'm behind y'all. I watch it now. But I didn't know who Tariq was at the time. So everybody was all hype about, oh, this is the guy from Ghost or Power. It was Power at that time. Uh-huh. So everybody was like, oh, this is the guy. So I didn't know who any of the actors were. And to be honest, I still don't know who actors are. But I'm getting better. But watching them work was just like amazing to me. I was like so intrigued about
it's so naturally flowing, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it was like, this is a job. Like they were told, like, this isn't right, do it again, come this way, do it again. And then BET actually, to this day, I feel like Tyler Perry BET is 100% the best production company to work with. They feed, everybody feeds you, but their food is good. Like catered. They had chefs like hibachi, like
nice.
You pick what you wanted. So I was like, oh yeah, this is my life. Nice. I need this life. Okay. Now I can say some of the sets ain't as great with some well-known production companies that were there before BET.
Uh-oh.
But
I know who she's talking about. Who she's talking about.
But Tyler Perry and BET,
y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
They look out. So after that, I guess I was spoiled because I figured everybody was gonna be like that, and it made me be like, this is what I want to do in life. This is my calling. I want to learn more about it, whether it's behind the camera, in front of the camera. I just was amazed.
So you went to school.
I went to University of Louisville. Okay. Shout out to the cards.
This, I'm not trying to be an Illuminati.
Illuminati.
She got me throwing up gang signs.
UK might be in the Illuminati. That's Kentucky. They be winning everything. They probably.
Shout out to Kentucky. Do your shit.
So I went to U of L.
U of L.
So yes, I went to school for communications actually.
Okay.
So I have my degree in a Bachelor of Science in Communications.
Okay. Okay. And how did you apply that after school? And I have to ask that question because a lot of people that go to school and get that degree, they don't apply it after school.
So I actually started out working for a company called Charter. They're now called Spectrum.
Okay.
So right after school, I got a job in my field, communications for Charter/Spectrum. I worked there. Then I went to AT&T, and I worked for AT&T forever up till last April. But in between working for Charter and AT&T, even though that was my degree that I was in, life lifed. So so I ended up getting my mortgage license, and I also worked for.
You were just talking about life life. So it was like perfect.
I'm back.
She's back. So life was lifing.
Yes. So life was lifing. And I ended up getting my mortgage license during COVID because you could take your classes online.
Yep.
So I did my mortgage classes online. I took my test. I got my mortgage license. I worked for 2 companies while doing that, and then I went back to AT&T. So even though I don't use my degree anymore,
a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. It's just good to have. Just in case.
Yep, just in case. I can't say that.
Just in case. So after your first role with Boomerang, you said you were an extra?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What was that experience like for you? I mean, you talked about not knowing the actors, and we're going to work on her card, y'all.
I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Give me a list of what I need to watch.
We're going to give her a pass. How was that experience for you? I know it led to other things, but I can only imagine that wow factor.
Yes. So even though I didn't know who the actors were, like you said, they were very, very sweet. So shout out to the cast of Boomerang. Everybody was very personable, sweet, sitting right here, like talking normal, checking on us. We all ate together. That's what I'm saying. Like BET makes everyone feel like family. Everybody is on the same level. There's nobody better than anybody else. You see people that you grew up watching, you know, even though I might not know their names. I remember their faces from Sister or Moesha. Yeah, like you remember their face.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you're talking to these people and they're just like you. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like it made me respect especially the Black industry and how hard it is for us to break through and get in. So I try to give everybody their flowers when I see them. It's amazing
when you confronted with so much Black excellence.
Yes.
That makes you proud. I just posted like a couple of days ago. I just left a casting that I was never so proud to be Black.
Oh.
Everybody was Black, you know, the whole production team, the directors, everybody was Black, all of the talent. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. Nobody was tussling over, okay, you here for my part. I'm not gonna talk to you. You know, all of us was together and we were cracking jokes and we were reading lines of one another. And that's what Black excellence is all about. The stage is big enough for everybody.
Yes, I agree.
Big enough for everybody.
And there's something for everybody.
Absolutely.
You know, people always act like you have to have a certain look. Why would you watch a movie or a show where everybody looking the same?
Yep.
You know, I tried to do my own casting company, which I'm still gonna do it.
And we're gonna get into that because that's something else later down the road.
But I did start and people would say stuff like, I don't look like this, and I'm like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Every character has his own look.
You were talking about Black excellence. I went to the NAACP Awards, and that was my first time going to the Image Awards, and that right there was an inspiration in itself. And just like you said, proud to be Black. Like I was just like, oh my God,
I'm here.
Yes, and I did write down all the movies and shows that were nominated, and I've been going through scratching off. I watched
her card back.
What did I just watch? It was called Jamie Foxx, The Burial on Prime. It's has to be based on a true story. The attorney.
I've seen it.
So yeah, that was one of the nominations, and I went through and watched 1001 with Tiana Taylor. That was great. So I've been going through because I'm like, I'm gonna know what this is because a girl sat next to me. Remember I told you about BET having everybody on the same level? The Color Purple, a girl from The Color Purple was sitting next to me. We talking like normal. I don't ever know who nobody is, and they say The Color Purple, and she gets up. I'm like, I knew she looked familiar.
Were you seat filling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love a good seat filler gig, y'all.
Yes.
You get to network. You really do.
And I meet so many people.
You guys out there, if you're not seat filling, go to seatfillers.com. Fill out a profile. It's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Fill out a profile. Yeah, I love to seat fill.
Yep. I had front row seats for
experience.
The Soul Train Awards. I was seat filling for Escape because they won.
Okay.
But,
I was at the Soul Train Awards.
Really? See, the thing is, I couldn't see anybody.
No, and they move you so fast.
Well, I was for Escape. So I was the front row because they got there. And I was like, man, I can't keep turning around trying to see who's behind me. So that was cool, but you couldn't see nobody.
I was a couple of rows behind you.
Okay.
And a friend of mine, she's not really a friend of mine, but I met some friends
Associate.
in line. You get to meet some friends when you're in line, when you're a seat filler, and she sat right behind them.
Oh.
Directly behind them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was an amazing experience. You're there all day, but it's an experience. Mm-hmm. It really is. I loved it. Okay, so we went from your first role in Boomerang as an extra. Mm-hmm. What was next for you? Because I know at this point your adrenaline is bubbling and you hyped and you ready. Let's go. Get in front of the camera. What's next?
So once you're kind of locked in with one production, and if they like you,
you keep calling you.
So the next production actually was another BET one for Soul Train.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. Oh Lord!
Don't
so long ago. I think it was called Soul Train. Lord have mercy. I think it was called Soul Train, but yeah, that was the next one, I believe. Okay, a lot has happened in between.
Was it Soul Train?
No.
Okay.
It was another series.
Okay. So see, I love a good series. Mm-hmm. Series are more, and I was just telling my girlfriend the other day. She was like, I'm hyped over this Netflix thing I'm doing, mm-hmm. and she's like, what about the movies? The movies are nice. Don't get me.
I watch series more.
Series are more monumental. Series leave a legacy. Series can be rebooted.
Yes.
You know, I mean, movies can too, but it's nothing like a good series.
Movies usually aren't the same when they get rebooted.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true. It's like taking metal and making it something out of plastic with it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes
the original's always kind of better.
Yeah. So, have you landed any principal roles or lead roles yet?
Yes. So as far as principal or lead, my biggest commercial I did, I was the lead. It was me and John Taffer from Bar Rescue. Another person who I was like, how do I know him? I did know his face. But as we kept talking, I actually asked him, because we were sitting just like this. We were at a table. I was a single mother who was looking for a job. It was for ZipRecruiter. And it was it's my highest paying gig to this time.
And you know what? Before, I don't mean to cut you off, but you are bomb ass at commercials.
Oh, thank you. That's my favorite.
Rolling up my feeds when I'm scrolling or whatever. And I'm like, this girl got it going.
That's my favorite. Commercials are my favorite. I have a commercial Tuesday.
You can't tell that you're doing your job.
Thank you.
You're doing your job. Yeah.
I have a commercial Tuesday. I have to eat a burger. I can't say what place it is, but I gotta eat a burger.
One burger?
I don't know. We'll see. The thing I hate about food commercials, because I've done them before, is that be smelling so good. It be smelling so good.
But the taste is not there?
No, by the time they let you eat it, it's cold, nasty. You like, I remember one time there was like some fries and hot dogs. It was like at a skating rink. It was for the Usher Super Bowl one. It was a skating rink. And that stuff sat there for so long. And then you know what? Shout out to Ludacris and Lil Jon, because they ate the little popcorn the whole time. And in the commercial, Lil Jon was actually eating the popcorn in the commercial. I was like, ooh. I hope his was fresh. Ours wasn't. But I was like, is this a prop or is it real? Because
that's I've never done a food commercial, but y'all better get better. People really want to enjoy the food. You just smell it the whole time. You want them to give you the enjoyment. Give them some food. Please.
Not hot no more by the time you get done.
Oh, goodness. Are food commercials like 12 and 13 hours
no.
too? Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Now, our Zipline commercial, I think we started.
Brave girl.
Brave
girl.
For what?
Ziplining.
Not Zipline. See, I can't even talk. ZipRecruiter.
Okay.
But I like Ziplining. You never been?
Oh, God, I
like
I'm
it.
not a bird. I'm
You-
not fly.
You are like strapped in.
Woo.
I did it over mountains and water and everything. That was so fun.
Maybe one day. Maybe when I get 70.
That's what you don't need. Do you have a heart attack?
All right.
You need to go on girls trip and do it like that.
Well, we're going on one in May, and my sister-in-law was like, she just called me last week and was like, yeah, we're not going RTV ride. And I'm like, why not?
Oh, so you'll do that.
She was like, my mom's friend just died on one and can't go. And I was like, oh my God, that's where we're going.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Maybe start here in Vegas first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, rest in peace to her. It's a horrible way to die.
Yeah, that is.
Ooh, I hope it was fast.
Vacation. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Traumatic.
Yeah. Too traumatic. Anywho. That's bad. Back to the Rarest Jewels. So we done a lot of commercials. You got your leads going on. What do we have? What are we working on now, and what do we have coming up?
So working on now, like I said, I have a commercial Tuesday. Can't talk about it, obviously. I have a commercial there. What else is coming up? I was just fired for the first time, y'all. I was replaced.
Welcome to Nevada.
Oh, it's because I didn't sleep with the director. I actually wanted to talk about it.
That has happened to me.
I actually wanted to talk
because that has happened to me. Let's get into it.
It was
because
yesterday.
This shit is real, y'all. It's real, and it does happen in this industry quite too often.
And I was really excited about it. I was excited about this role. Like the script is all that, y'all.
Is it the same? We'll talk off the camera about that, but we're gonna get into it. What happened?
So you go to your auditions, you know. I had a call back at the audition. This is probably like 2 months ago. We had our meet and greet for the cast about a month ago. Everybody got their scripts, everybody got all the information. He set out the rehearsal times. Now, yesterday was my first rehearsal. I don't know if they had some sneaky ones in between, because
I'm sure. I'm gonna have a glass.
I might. So, this particular director, you know, I mean, men are gonna be men, and
of course.
And I think he reached out to me shortly after the meet and greet and asked me if I want to go to kind of like a birthday party gathering with him. And I liked it. I liked the idea. I had never been to this particular type of cuisine because it's not American.
Okay.
And it was my first time. I had a good time, you know, was very just casual. Yeah, give me some. Very casual. And, you know, I had a good time. So then after that, he asked me if I wanted to go bowling and could he set up it at the Orleans Hotel and get a room. And I was like, oh,
he jumped straight to it.
Fast. This is Vegas, okay? Las Vegas has, first of all, living in Las Vegas, nothing is out of the ordinary.
That's true.
Okay, this is normal. Actually, that's true. Normal. Like that's just
true.
That's just what it is. That's why I don't bottle girl anymore.
Get everybody going.
So, yeah, it's no shame.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. He's like, oh, moving too fast. Absolutely. Like we're not even moving. Like what? So, long story short, you know, nothing ever came about it. But he did like check on me and say, hey, how you doing? How's your day? And I would like say, oh, I'm at Pilates, or oh, I'm doing this. Nothing crazy. He eventually said, you know, you don't have to be so formal with me. This is like a week and a half ago. You don't have to be so formal with me. You know, you should stop by. He owns a restaurant. I don't know if y'all can put it together. If y'all put it together, oh well, ain't my problem. Good. Don't work with him. I'm not gonna name blast, but if y'all put it together, y'all put it together. Yeah,
it is what it is.
So Sahara, okay. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
So he says I can stop by the restaurant. I don't have to be formal. And to be honest, I had planned on stopping by the restaurant and get some food one day because, like I said, this was a specific cuisine that I had never experienced like that. And I like trying new foods. Like I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
So I had planned on it, but I guess I wasn't moving fast enough for him, like I said, because this was just like a week ago. So I wrote him yesterday during the daytime, like, hey, is rehearsal still on? Because I hadn't got any new emails. But I have never worked with this man before. So I also don't know how he operates. Most people text you and remind you or something. So I was just like, hey, are we still on? And he says, he doesn't write me back. So it gets closer to the time, like 2 hours before. I actually end up writing, I was supposed to be a baby mama to another guy in this movie. Okay. So I asked my baby daddy, my movie baby daddy, I asked him, are we still on for rehearsal? He was like, yeah, I'll see you there. He's being normal. So I'm like, okay. I get there, girl. When I tell you, I wanted to bloop. Okay, so 20-year-old me would have handled this completely different. I know that if anybody's watching this from Kentucky, y'all probably like, oh, she's crazy. No, when you grow up, you handle things different. That's true. Especially when you're in the industry, because you don't know when it's going to come back on you.
Absolutely.
So I go in, and it's for our scene, the normal people are there for our scene, but there's an extra person. Now, I can't say I was in a meeting because I also have another side business that I do. And I've had 20 meetings in 3 days.
Oh, child, bless you.
So I was running 10 minutes late, which I also text them. So all these were supposed to be my like warnings that I wasn't getting any messages back. Because remember, this man used to blow me up for no reason. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, hey, one of my meetings is running late. I'm gonna be about 5 to 10 minutes late, and nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I get there, and the normal cast is there, but it's an extra person I've never seen before. So they're doing a table read, and she's reading my role, but I'm thinking that maybe she's just filling in because whoever is not there, because there was another person that wasn't there as well. And so I figured she was just reading the lines, because that's what we do. If somebody's not there, somebody's gonna have to read the lines so we can continue. Then he tells me to do the same read, and he wants to record it because he puts it on Facebook sometimes. When he records us, I feel like you know who I'm talking about. And when people have a reputation like that, it's so messed up that you done created a name for yourself, and people can, if y'all know who I'm talking about, that's his fault, But he records me, and I do the scene, and I know the lines, I do it or whatever, and he's like, you don't seem angry enough. And there's a lot of cussing in this role, like a lot of cussing. We going back and forth about money. I'm money hungry. I'm a baby mama. So it's on the phone, which I've done a role where I'm talking to my boyfriend on the phone. Actually, it's called Merry Brickmas, coming out on Christmas.
Congrats.
So I've done this kind of
Christmas movies coming out.
So I've actually done the same type of role before, where I'm talking on the phone arguing with my boyfriend in that movie, but this one my baby daddy. So he's like, you don't look mad enough. Mind you, I had 2 callbacks for this audition. So
and this sounds like another one.
Sound like another audition.
Callback audition again.
So he's like, you don't look angry enough. He was like, your face is very calm. How do you look when you're angry? And so I was like, I mean, do you want me to do it in front of the mirror? Like, I'm like, I thought we were just doing a table read, because that's what everybody else was doing. This is my first rehearsal. I don't know how many times y'all don't rehearse behind my back, but this is my first rehearsal. Right. So he's like, well, when you're angry and you yelling at people, or you on the phone talking, what do you do? And I said, I hang up.
Period.
I don't argue with people. And so he's like, well, what would you do if you was, I'm going to say Jessica. That ain't the girl's name, but if you was Jessica, which was my character. And I was like, well, I don't argue with baby daddies and stuff, but you asked me what I would do, and I would hang up. And so he was like, okay, well, what would you do if it was face to face? I said, I would hit them. I mean, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't hit people. Y'all. But no, for real, like, I'm not gonna sit up in real life. I'm not gonna go back and forth. Yeah. So this is real acting. And so he's like, okay, let's do a different scene. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then we go outside, we'll do another scene where the characters are outside arguing, and the girl does it first. He's like, I'm gonna let her do it first. So he lets her do it first. And she like kind of like improvs it a little bit, right? So then it's time. He was like, now your turn. And she did really good, though. I ain't gonna lie. She did really good. She's a very good actress. She sold the role. Okay. Nothing against her. And so he's like, I want you to do it. So I'm like, all right, well, can I use the script? And he was like, oh, you don't know the lines. I was like, I didn't know that we was supposed to be doing things by memory. This is the first rehearsal.
Oh, so at this point, he nitpicking.
Yes. And he goes, I went to film school in another country, and we didn't see how them movies look like. This is America. So yeah. So he goes, I went to film school and this is how it works. Like, I don't got a resume of. So I'm like, okay, this is your movie or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I understand. So I said, well, can I go off script a little bit? Because I can do it if I can, He was like, no, you have to know the lines. I said, well, she done missed some parts. Because at this point, you got me messed up. And she was like, no, I didn't. Da, da, da. And he was like, well, she just made it her own. I said, yeah, that's going off
what you
script.
just asked.
So then he was like, well, we can go back inside, do a different role. So when they do the different scene, this is the end of I know my story's beyond drawn out.
That's fine.
So this is the end of the day. So he's like, we're going to go back in and do a different scene. So in this scene, my baby daddy and his girlfriend in the movie, they sat down the table and do another table read, just like they were doing before I did. So why everybody else get to use their script, but when it comes to me, let's go act it out like we on TV.
Baby, you did not show up to the room. You wasn't fast enough about responding to the restaurant invite.
So that's why. So we end up leaving.
You something. You
Me?
BITCH for even acting like that. You something else. You something.
And he's old too. So anyway, the end of the day comes or whatever. So everybody's been all nice. Like the girl, like I said, and nothing gets her. She did the role good. She's going to do great. She's a good actress. So she does hers, and he tells me, he was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe you'll be better off being the doctor, because he was like, you're too proper and you just don't give ghetto enough, and her voice is thicker, and he's like giving all these things. So I'm just like, and you didn't know none of this 2 months ago when you was picking through all the people that you was picking through. So yeah, I got fired. So when I left, he calls me. I don't answer the phone. Cause I didn't say bye. I didn't say bye, nothing. Like, I'm not saying bye to you. Like everybody else was being all nice, trying to talk. My baby daddy, he's cool. All that, trying to talk. And I'm trying to hurry up and get out of here before I go off and hurt your feelings in front of everybody.
You feel it.
Like, I felt it since I walked in, y'all. Like, I wanted to say something since I walked in, but.
Well, you saw the extra person. You already know.
But I didn't want to, and like I said, I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe she's just filling in. Maybe she's just here because she's with somebody that's like, oh, can you read this till she gets here? And I was trying to not jump to conclusions, because sometimes it could be like that. But when you know. And a bitch ass nigga. And I said that when I didn't say that verbatim, but when he called me, I didn't answer, and I sent him this long book, and I blocked him. And I was just like, because he goes like, oh, that's what happened. I didn't answer. He texts me, I hope you're not mad about the role, Jessica. That ain't the name, but And I just wrote him back. I said, oh, I'm not mad about that at all. I said, I don't let things make me mad anymore. I said, but you are unprofessional. Oh. And I went in and basically was like, everything was cool when you were trying to do this. This is what we talked about. And I said, you could have handled that differently. I said, if you truly feel like I wasn't there for the role, or I wasn't supposed to be the person, I was like, you could have told me before I came up here. I was like, my time is valuable. I told you I had 20 meetings. I wanted to go to, what was it? R&B concert last night. I wanted to go to the concert last night. And I said that. I said,
this is recent.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday. So I said, I want to go to the concert last night. There's plenty of things I could have been doing. My time is valuable. You don't get paid for these rehearsals. This was an independent film, which I have done limited independent films. I usually work for big productions. And this is why, because you get paid. And I try to
not lying.
I try to support us, but y'all don't be acting right.
There's such a big difference in the way production handles you when it's a major production
and they sag,
when it's an independent,
because they have to.
And especially when they sag, you get treated like a fucking princess when they're sag.
Oh, you can cuss and I can't.
I'm Sonya.
You said this is your show.
I'm forgetting about TikTok, but okay, if the X is out, it's whatever. But you get treated like a princess on those major production sets, and when they're sag, like she said. I don't know if it's a power trip.
That's why when he said, "Oh, I went to film school,"
I don't know if they be power tripping, but they can be really nasty to you, really nasty.
And I explained that
you're not even paying me SAG wages, and you got the nerve to be nasty.
That's why I said respectfully. I've never done this before. I said, I've never had to do this before. I said, I've only worked with one other independent, the Mary Brickens is independent, but he is very professional in the fact that he's worked with major name people. You never work with nobody. Like I said, this stuff's on YouTube that you be doing. Talk about I'm going to the cinemas. That's what everybody say. Everybody say they're going to the cinemas. You know, everybody famous.
Everybody might go to the cinema, they don't make it. I'm not even trying to be shady.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I just let him talk. You know, let him have his big card. This is yours. This is yours. You can do whatever you want to do. Like I told him, I said you can cut people. You can do whatever. I said, but it's the way you went about it.
Yeah.
I said, you didn't answer my text messages about rehearsal. I said, I came in there, you didn't say nothing to me. I said, you tried to go up under me. And I could have been real nasty with you. I could blast you on Facebook. I could blast you on this podcast, but I'm not going to ruin my image for someone else.
Nobody to say you're hard to work with.
And you're not getting no free clout.
Because of him and the fact that he can't control his hormones and his whatever he got between his legs. And most of them that don't got nothing between their legs is the one they're trying to get in between yours. I'm just gonna put it out there. Shame on you guys. Like I've had that experience. But my experience was a couple.
Oh.
Yeah. Had that experience before. It's a shame. And it just goes to show you that it's not all about money. Some of us do have integrity. Some of us do have class. Some of us are every woman. Like he said to you, you just wasn't ghetto enough. So you thought that maybe based on my appearance or maybe, you know, based on my walk or whatever, based on my skin color, that I'm ghetto. And the fact that you thought that I was ghetto, you thought I was ghetto enough to look at you and say, I need this role. I want this role. I'm a little black girl that want to be in front of the camera. I'm asleep with you. No. Some of us wait on what God got for us.
I don't even like men anyway. They get on my nerves. Like.
They can't get to that point, honey. They can't get to that point.
I will be at home with my doggies. My doggies love me.
Yes.
My
because the penis is so it is. It's overrated. It really is. It's overrated. We bust and be ready to go to sleep. Y'all still be going. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I'm so glad you didn't fall for that.
I mean, that's not the first time. Which is the most recent. And it is with something like I said. I really was looking forward to because I like the script. It seems like a good movie and everything. So I was looking forward to it, and I was just like, "Dag, like really." But like you said, I mean, I could have slept with him, and he still would have acted the same way because people are asleep with somebody and think they good, and then you cut just like the next person. So y'all just be doing the most for no reason.
You really cut. If it was easy for me, it might be easy. It might be easy for the executive producer. It might be easy for the executive director. You know. And like she said, she could have been cut right out. It's so unfortunate for us. You think we hearing about men got issues. What about the women that's been going since Shirley Temple?
Yeah, that's sad.
I saw something on Instagram with Shirley Temple present day. Maybe some years back, but she was older.
I used to watch her.
I love her.
3-year-old me.
Temple. Yes. My granny used to think I was her when I was a little girl with the cheeks and the ring curls. But she said that her mother had an experience where she was leaving one label, and I won't name any names. She was leaving one production company going over to another one, just for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she said the experience was totally different. She got to this production company. She got in there. Her and her mother were immediately separated.
Oh, no.
The producer she went in the room with got butt naked in front of this 11-year-old girl. And she started acting uncomfortable, and he put her out the room. She met her mother in the hallway. They walked down the hall silently, got in the car. She said, Mom, you'll never guess what happened to me. And her mother said, you would never guess what happened to me.
That's why they separated them.
Yeah. So it happened to both of them, and it's so unfortunate. But I fight, y'all. I'm just gonna let you.
That's why I want to do my own. That's why I want to do my own company for anybody. It don't matter who you are.
Because I'm giving you your flowers tonight.
Thank you.
And applauding you because we don't have many Black agents.
Thank you.
Out here.
Thank you.
Especially female. So I applaud that. What you got going on? How is it structured? Are you ready? Are you open? You ready for talent?
Listen, I'm ready. The talent ain't ready. It's not me. And you can't say that everybody's the same because they're not. Right now I can say I'm primarily focused on me, and I have a young actor that I just started working with, which is my son.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. He's even hard to work with, though. I fired him on set. I just don't let him work with me anymore. You know how you
I can see that being hard because your mom.
Yeah, no, he plays too much. Is the problem?
Oh, he plays, period. That would be my son. Even when he read with me, he'd be like, I want to do it like this.
Yeah.
No.
And let it be a cuss
script. Let me improv. You stick to the script.
Let it be a cuss word. He ready.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Like one of them kids in the bathroom when you close the door.
So funny. Yeah, he say all them perfect. That'd be the perfect lines. But so yeah, I am only working with my son and a couple other people that have proven to me that they're really about what they need to do. It's not open up for new talent at the moment, guys. So basically I came about this is because I had issues in the industry, and a lot of people used to ask me, how do you do this? How do you do that? I want to be like you, and you can get scammed, y'all. So just helping people hearing their stories, them asking me like, look up this, is this real? People saying that they're going to make $10,000 for one thing, trying to explain to people how it goes. I was like, let me do it legally, legit. Let's open it up as a business. Let me do this. Let me help people. And I started with a couple, maybe I think I have like 23 people on my actual.
Nice.
Yeah, I have.
That's big.
The link is still there in my bio at the Rarest Jewels. Okay. So I still have a link in my bio because every now and then people do reach out to me for talent. I'm not doing it, like I said, is officially where I'm actually like making people pay me for their jobs. But if somebody asks me that I'm close to, like, I need this person, I'll go look on the list and see who fits it. I'm like, you can reach out to them, but I'm not managing it right now.
Nice.
So I started that, and I was sending out weekly submission or weekly posts of what people needed roles for.
Okay.
And people would write back A, B, C, or D what they were interested in, and I would send them what they needed to do. The problem is a lot of people, like I said, don't understand and they don't listen. And I'm not saying it's everybody because some people did. But if I tell you I need a headshot, and if you don't have a headshot, just take a selfie here up, and you send me something and you like this. Or I even had a boy send me a bottle like this.
No.
Yes. Or a lot of the young kids, they do this.
Yeah.
Y'all. So, I would give clear examples. I would even take examples off of the internet that you could look up, how to submit. This is what I need. Something clean, no background, stand in front of a white wall.
Yep.
And, you look and they have everything in the background or whatever. So the issue was trying to train people. So trying to train people to get what they needed to do to get submitted. And they're getting frustrated because they're not getting the roles. Well, I'm not submitting you. That's why you ain't getting the roles, because I'm going to look silly with my name on it.
Have you thought about incorporating that into your business?
Yes. When I revamp, I'm going to do all of that.
Okay.
When I revamp, I'm going to do all that. I'm going to have live instruction where, like, if you do this package, I will do one-on-one training with you, or you could just watch the videos, because I'll have pre-recorded videos as well. So, it all come, but it's just not following directions. Or even like a lot of women, they'll say, I want to do this. And I'm like, okay, well, I need a name slate that says, hi, my name is Rarest Jewels. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm for the role of Jessica. That's all you got to say. They'll say, oh, my hair's not done.
They don't care. They're looking at your face. They're looking at your facial expressions. They're looking at your ability to connect. They don't care about your hair.
They're going to fix your hair how they want.
Your hair is going to be what they want.
So, I'm like, throw on a wig. Like, it don't matter. Like, well, can I do it when I get my hair done? It's going to be too late.
Yeah.
So, people miss.
Especially if you SAG, because now what is it, 72 hours?
I'm not SAG. I'm SAG eligible.
Okay.
I did not pay the fee. I'm hoping that somebody just wants me so bad.
Pay the fee, girl.
I just hope somebody wants me so bad.
Fee. Because SAG, you got, I think it's 73 days now.
To get it in.
3 days. That's it.
Yeah.
Which is more than enough. I think if you take too long, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Get it in as soon as possible, because somebody else is going to have it as soon as they send an email, and that's going to be me.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. I have pre-recorded. And if I change a hairstyle like these braids, because I have a mini studio in my house. But before that, I just did it in front of the door. You know what I'm saying? With a light. Here you go. So yeah, I have it pre-recorded. Hi, my name is this. Da 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 da. There you go.
I have it on my backstage.
So
because they're always asking, a lot of casters are asking for an introduction before anything else. Before anything else, they want to know who you are and where you
and can
are.
you talk?
And can you talk? Yeah. And can you talk?
That's how I won Let's Make a Deal, is because I could talk. On my episode, if anybody's ever seen it, I have to read clues.
Okay.
And so
I'm gonna go check it out. I didn't see that one.
Yes, I'm on Let's Make a Deal with Wayne Brady.
Did you win?
I did win.
Yes. Who we win?
I won $15,000 of designer. Yeah. Purses and shoes.
Yes, I love a good person, a bag and a shoe.
It's so funny because some of these little things you go to too, especially the improv, the people that is our other competitors, is that real? Why can't it be real? Like, why can't it be real? That's a whole nother conversation though. And I might even like that.
She's coming back.
I would love to be back. I would love to be back. I got a lot to talk about. I made a list of stuff to talk about.
Did you? Okay, well, she coming back. Y'all. She coming back. As soon as I find out if I'm getting ready to go and move my life in a couple of days and get myself together, we're gonna get her back on the schedule, y'all.
Okay, I like that.
More episodes.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what we was talking about though. What was we talking about?
We were talking about production and your
See, I'll be on a
your
tangent.
business. Nope, we were talking about your business and working with people and they're not trained and
oh yeah, the reason I don't anymore. So basically, like I said, it's something for everybody. They're gonna want a certain look. So I always tell people to read. I literally just had somebody, and like I said, I'm not doing this as open as business, but you guys, if y'all reach out to me, I'm not mean. I'm gonna give pointers, you know. I'm not mean. So I know somebody that wants to get into acting, and I sent him something, and it was for background. It's something to get into, and it was actually he could have had the booking. So he was like, "Well, you didn't." I was like, "You submit for this?" He was like, "No," and I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Oh, it said Caucasians." I was like, "No, at the top it said that they were looking for this. At the bottom, it said they was looking for Caucasian male, but at the top." And so I circled it and I sent it to him. So I was like, "Dad, you would have got it." He was like, "Well, you don't know if I would have got it." And I said, "Well, you don't know if you would have got it because you didn't even try."
You didn't even try.
So y'all even try. I submit for everything, y'all.
Because look, the role that I just finished like 4 days of casting for.
Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was not going to submit to it. I was like, because I just went through, I don't know if you've heard about the Tim Story scam that's going around.
Mm-mm.
So there's a Tim Story scam that's going around in some of the Facebook groups where someone's posing as Tim Story and saying that they're casting for a major
production.
Anytime I get a hit that's saying, "Hey, we want you to cast for us or audition," I immediately go and research
the
everybody
person
who's in there because there's so many scams.
And that's very smart.
Yeah, I immediately go and research. So this last project I researched, so I was comfortable with flying back and forth and not losing my money. Although my son did go with me the first time because he was like, we looked it up on Google Maps. He was like, "No, that don't look too good. I'm going to go with you." But it ended up being legit, and it ended up being one of the best experiences of my life, you know, which is.
But what's for you is for you too.
Yeah, that's true. So true. If whether I get casted or not, it was the experience that put the smile on my face. It was the experience that filled my heart.
And that's what I enjoy.
You know? Yeah.
That's the part I enjoy.
And as long as you enjoy it, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Something that makes you happy in life.
That's what you're supposed to be doing. I was a property manager for many, many moons. I'm over 12 years. And my passion in life was to help people. But then I got burnt out from helping people. And I wanted to do something more satisfying, fulfilling to me. And that was this. What I'm doing now. All the auditionings, all of that in front of the camera. That is what fulfills my heart.
I like that. I like that. And it's funny how you're doing this podcast now because Oprah Winfrey was so inspiring that she had her own talk show for me. Like my mom watched it every day, so I had no choice.
Like you're the second person that sat here And
to
gave
Oprah.
a shout out to Oprah.
I actually saw her at the NAACP Image Awards.
Nice.
Yes. But yeah, like, I mean, she was like the first, you know, big face of Black women on a talk show before there was podcasts. It was talk shows. And so, you know, I was like, oh, I want to have my own talk show one day.
Well,
you know,
do it.
I don't anymore. I want to do acting right now.
Okay.
I'll do everything. Yeah, I can do everything. I literally can.
Yeah, a unicorn.
But I think that is so neat that you're doing something for
Thank
yourself,
you.
because that's what I took, the leap of faith. I was nervous as heck to stop, you know, my corporate job, you know, steady 2-week income, good money, you know, living great, making more than what I'm making now, being independent. But that's going to change, y'all, because I'm going to get my big break.
Because you're going to get it back tenfold.
Yes.
And that's what happens when you take that leap of faith and you trust in the universe. You're going to get it back.
That's why you can't be scared, y'all. Tell me, I might not have got it. You'll never know because you didn't try.
And I see it. And when I don't get it, it's practice.
Well, when I don't get it, like you said, it's practice. And then also it might not be for you because something could have happened. Mm-hmm. Like I try to take like what happened yesterday, even though, like I said, I wanted this part or whatever. Who knows? Something might happen. And I have good karma.
And got in your trailer and I could have closed the door and locked it.
I have good camera. I mean, I have good camera. I have good karma. Yeah. I have very good karma, y'all. It's because I do people right. And that's why I didn't sit here and embarrass that man. You know, I didn't go on internet and blast him.
You don't have to. The universe got him.
But that's how it is for me, though. It really is like that. And I like to tell people I'm God's favorite because he be having my back, honey.
Hello.
And I be doing good, and these people be
all that lower energy. We're surrounded by it. It's our time, though. It's our time.
And I'm a Gemini, y'all.
She's crazy. Oh Lord. My mama a Gemini.
My mama's a Gemini too.
May 27.
My brother's May 26th. My mama's May 31st, and I'm June 4th.
Oh, my baby May 31st. She at work right now.
Oh.
But she crazy too. But yeah, I love me a Gemini.
The universe just don't play about it.
I can't stand the men. But I love me a Gemini woman. They keep it real.
Oh,
that's one thing you ain't got to worry about them is sugarcoating shit.
And it can get you in trouble though sometimes because people like it.
It's okay.
People like it to an extent.
It's okay, but you're being authentic. And you don't know how to be nobody but yourself. And I get that from my mama. So when people be like, you just don't have no filter, I'm not supposed to have one. I'm here to serve my purpose. And if my purpose is cussing you out, then that's what's going to happen.
I sent the screenshot to my friend after I wrote the man back yesterday. And she said, well, you ain't lying. You was right.
Read them, huh?
I mean, I'm going to say what I got to say.
Yeah.
And like I said, you might not like it, but it's the truth.
Yeah. He know he was wrong. He know he was dead wrong.
It was another show I did. And this lady, oh Lord, let me tell you, this is like 5 episodes. Well, I want to do my own show about this show. I want to do a show about the show, y'all. That's how good it is. That's how entertaining and juicy this story is. But this particular production person, she liked me the whole time until she played everybody. And then it was time to read her rights. And so then she was like, you just want da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, now because I'm telling you about yourself, you got a problem. But it was cool when I was doing it for everybody else. But now because I'm telling you about yourself, she told me that I just like to be in front of the camera. I said, I sure do. That's why I signed up. Duh.
This industry is not like everybody thinks it is. It's not. It's not the final production you see on television.
At all. It's so much behind the scenes.
It's so much. And if you've watched Quiet on the Set, you see it for yourself.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God.
What is it on?
I watched it on Philo.
Okay.
But I think it's on HBO Max.
Okay. Quiet on the Set. I'm about to put that on my list. I have a list, yeah.
Quiet on the Set. It was very disturbing. Very disturbing. But I am so glad that that young man came forward, Drake. And the others that had an opportunity to voice themselves. I'm so glad that you guys came forward. And the others that's coming forward. I listen. As a victim, whenever you're comfortable with telling your story, that's your time. Don't let nobody dictate to you when is the right time to tell your story. If it happened when you were 7 and you didn't want to tell your story till it was 27, that's your time. I don't care what nobody says.
And you're going to help somebody, though. You always helping somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
Have you read any of the
That's true.
books? Taraji's book or Gabrielle Union? I think she has 2.
I have not.
They're
And
good.
I would love to, especially Taraji, because
Taraji's
Taraji,
good.
you're my idol.
So Taraji probably thinks I'm a stalker.
You stalking her too? Both of them, they right there together. Get them.
I love her, and I try not to be the crazy person. Okay, so y'all, it's certain people that I'm very inspired from. Taraji is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Gabrielle Union, Beyonce, and like I've met 2 out of the 3 I just named, and Taraji was one of the first ones. And so I was on set with her, and we had to keep crossing paths. I just had to say, I was like, I love you so much. And, you know, she said thank you. She was
on a note on your phone.
Yeah, and I was just, she's beautiful, y'all, and she's so real.
You can see that in her.
She's so real, and so you know, for this baby boy, I was like, come on, Yvette, come on, girl. And actually, that's what I was trying to channel yesterday when I was being baby mama. But I guess whatever. But anyway, Taraji, like I said, says baby boy to, it's hard out here for a pimp to cookie to all of it.
She bodies
just
that role.
Everything. She bodies everything.
Yes, she does.
And she ended up sitting across from me at the table, probably like how close we are right now. And so I was just like, oh,
I would have fainted.
I would have
been so starstruck.
So that's why I think she thinks I'm weird because I was just like, oh my God, I love you so much. I don't even do that, y'all. Yeah, that's not even me. But like I said, I got these 3 people that I'm so inspired by. People ask me who my men crushes are. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about the men. Like,
my Rihanna. Oh, you bad.
So like I was just like, so oh my God, I'm sitting by somebody that I want to be when I grow up. Like you inspire me.
Yes.
So I really like that. Now Beyonce, I just really couldn't control myself when I saw her because
girl, shut the front door. You was in the presence of the queen.
This close too, but I was turned, which is what caught me off guard. I was turned talking because, like I said, you on set, it's like millions of people is going by. Who would have thought Beyonce was gonna be right here? So millions of people going by, just people, celebrities. And I turn around, and we right here, and I couldn't control myself. I said, "Oh, yeah," in her face, y'all. So embarrassing. So it's probably the most. It was so embarrassing, but she could see, y'all, that I think it was one of those. You know how you say like you give people their flowers. Uh-huh. She was like she was just like.
I heard that she's really, really humble to the point where she's almost shy that she is Beyonce.
That's what I'm saying. Like people, I've heard mean stuff about this girl. Like
I hate nothing mean about her.
I have, but I think it's haters because people don't know. And I feel like I don't judge nobody until I give them a chance to be something to me.
And at the end of the day, they're still human, just with a big fucking paycheck. That's it. They have the right to have their privacy. They have the right to shop in peace.
Yeah, exactly. And if you having a bad day, you got a headache or whatever, that's just what it is. But like I said, I screamed to her face. I couldn't help it. I ain't never do that to nobody. I probably never do it to nobody again because that is the only person I've ever wanted to be in their presence. Like I've been a Beyonce fan since Destiny's Child. Like my parents, when I grew up, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap. Like I didn't know nothing about Tupac and Biggie dying, nothing of that until I got grown. Here y'all go. Don't take my black card, blah, blah, blah.
We're going to just put it under review. We're going to give about 30-day review.
Yeah, I'm from the West Coast and didn't know nothing about no Tupac. But my parents didn't. Like, my parents really, I couldn't watch music videos. I couldn't do none of that. So, my first CD was Destiny's Child.
Okay. So, she was in love.
So, I got every CD, and then I got every Beyonce CD. I've been to every Beyonce concert. Like, that's just who I grew up as a little girl.
Yeah.
And so, to see this person next to me, and I didn't expect it. It'd been different if I had expected it was going to be a meet and greet. But I turn around, and the person I've been wanting to see for my whole life is right there. My best friend, I FaceTime my mama because I couldn't believe it. And I text my best friend. My best friend said, if you died right now, you'd be dying a happy person. I said, you damn right. So shout out to Beyonce. Hey, girl.
Take me with a time out. Come on, man.
Oh, they hurried up and shuffled her away from me. She got shuffled in 30 seconds.
It's like in a minute she goes.
I could not hold it together, y'all. I've never, but like I said, she was very humble. She was like, "Thank you." She literally like immediately was just like, "Wow, somebody like loves me." you know, and I feel like everybody should know. And especially like you said in this industry, how everybody rips you. Like people rip people to death. You don't know what she could have been through, whatever. And her kids probably get on her nerves because y'all know how that is. So so like for her to see like, oh, somebody likes me, somebody appreciates me, I always try to tell people that. And going to these award shows, NAACP and stuff, you run into the same actors and they start to recognize you.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of the people that like post pictures of people, like nothing against people that do. I just keep my page me. But I don't ever like take pictures with people and post them and stuff like that. But a lot of these people, especially my mom, because she watches all this stuff, I was like, oh, my mama wants to, you know, whatever, and I ain't gonna post it because I look crazy. But a lot of these actors, they don't, if you don't watch the show, you don't know them, which is why I don't be knowing people. So I'll go to their page and we'll start following each other, and they might have 5,000 followers. People don't know them.
That's
or
true.
that's their only thing. There's a guy, shout out to Arlington. He's Rio on it's on Netflix and BET. What is it called? The Family Business.
Oh, I love that.
Arlington
show.
Foster.
Okay.
Yes. So Rio on there, him and his sister Paris. I did a scene with them. And they're so nice too. They're so nice. But like I said, BET is just family. They're so nice. So Rio or Arlington, I talk to him on Instagram sometimes about like the industry, and that's his only role that he's ever had as like anything. And he's on season 5.
Yeah.
And so he told me he started out doing commercials, and you know, they're very nice. They're like, don't give up, you know. Even
Can't give up.
Another person that's been on a couple things, we were riding the same shuttle because like I said, BT treats you the same. So you don't know who anybody is. Like he asked me, he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing, I'm just a party guest. And he was like, don't ever say nothing. You are somebody, you know, and I'm thinking, you got speaking roles, you somebody, you know.
It doesn't matter.
And he said that, he said,
you're a part of the experience.
And he said they let us pick people sometimes. Nice. He said, my love interest, they asked me who I wanted. So I keep in contact with these people too. Yeah. Plus, they give really good pointers. Like I said, they're really nice. They'll help you. Like, people are just normal people.
Yeah, and they're not gatekeeping. And it's a shame that you got people in the industry who have never even had experience on set who love to gatekeep.
Or act like there's something.
Yeah.
I've been in lines with people and I'm just listening.
You have schools that actually have instructors that have never spent any time on set
to take their money.
You instruct somebody and you've never spent any time on set.
They're scammers. It's so many scammers.
So many scammers in this industry.
Yep. And that's another reason, like I said, I wanted to do my own agency so I could help people and explain like what's what and what it's really going to be. Y'all, nobody's going to give you brand new, ain't never done anything. You think somebody's going to pay you thousands of dollars? Mm-hmm. You about to show up there and they're going to try to pimp you out. That's a prostitution job.
Yep. You got to be careful.
Especially in Vegas. I ain't saying about everybody else, but in Vegas it's bad.
I think it's everywhere. I think it's everywhere, especially when they have someone young, inexperienced, looking to break into the industry. It's the prime opportunity to take advantage of somebody.
And that's why I try to send receipts too when people like, who are you or what do you do? And that's even with my other business that I got going on. I try to do screenshots and receipts or me behind the scenes, like even stuff like I said that I don't post, that you can see that I've been in part of stuff. So, you know, I'm not taking advantage of you. I'm not just going to name drop and say all this stuff because everybody knows somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody is somebody. Everybody is somebody. We all done live next to Snoop Dogg. We all done, you know.
Example. You said with Escape. You could have been like, you could have took that and driven with it a whole nother direction. I've had sittings with Escape. I've had meetings with Escape. Ain't did nothing but sit next to them at the award show.
I was on one of their husband's Snapchat.
She could have took it and flipped it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dealing with them, so come deal with me.
Or that's another thing. I just did a job at a club, and it was a very big influencer. I'm not gonna say her name, but we know each other, and we hadn't seen each other in like 2 or 3 years, and so we were talking, and people want to take pictures with this girl. So this guy interrupts us, and he's like, whoop, whoop, talking to her, can I get your Instagram? And he goes, hey, can you take a picture of me and my homegirl? And she goes, who, me? And then he was like, yeah. And so I take the picture or whatever. She's nice, so she does it. And I just know he went on Instagram and tagged her like, oh, such and such. You know, that's what I'm saying? Like, people just act like, and she didn't know this man. And I didn't take not one picture with her for that. And maybe I was in people's pictures because they was taking pictures of her. But I didn't be like, Brittany, let's take a picture together so I can post it. Yeah. Like, people just want to use that for their own whatever they're gonna use it so they can. Not saying he did it for that reason, but people will do
They
stuff
will,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, for malicious intent. Unfortunately. Well, we got to get you back here on the sofa. We running out of time, y'all.
Okay.
I don't even want her to leave. Tell them, where can we find you? For anything. Anybody out there looking to cast? Anybody out there looking to book?
Me.
Where can we find you?
So my social media handles are all the same. Instagram and TikTok are at the Rarest Jewels. So the Rarest Jewels. And then on Facebook, it is Rarest Jewels as well. I believe on Facebook, 2 different pages come up. But hopefully you can find me. But the Rarest Jewels, that's me. And I really appreciate you having me. I love, like I said, podcasting.
Yes.
Thank you.
We got to get you back on the show. And for those of you who want her information, by the time this is edited and ran live, all of that will be running across the screen so you can easily get a hold to her. And if you're looking and you're interested to be a guest on our show, to sit on the sofa with Lil Sonya, hit me up at On the Sofa with Lil Sonya at outlook.com. Send me a photo and a small bio of what you want to talk about, and let's get into it. All right, y'all. It's been real. I got shit to do, and I'm out. I'll see you later.
Bye.